I watched the movie Weapons and immediately thought, yes, this should be a makeup look. Let's transform into the terrifying Aunt Gladys. All products used are listed in the description, so let's get into it. This is becoming a habit now where I use a foam mousse to slick my hair back when I know I'm going to be wearing a wig for the look. And then I add a wig cap and immediately turn into Gollum. Then I go in and block out my brows. I have a tutorial on this on my page as well. Since Gladys has that pale skin tone, I'm going a few shades lighter with my foundation and just making sure I'm building up that product also on my brows to try and cover them, because we're going to draw on her brows later. Just make sure you do your neck as well, or it's going to look really silly. I go over my face a few times with foundation, and then I'll go in with a concealer later and highlight some areas, and that's going to lighten my skin tone a bit more too. I have a naturally olive skin tone, so if you're already pale, you can just apply foundation as normal, focusing on building more product on covering your brows. This concealer is so freaking good. It's so blendable and it's become one of my favorite concealers. Also, I was not sponsored to say that. I genuinely think it's such a great product. Now I'm setting everything down with Meren's Colorset powder. Okay, so I've seen this technique where creators are putting tissues or cotton balls in the inside of their cheeks and then applying liquid latex to the outside of their cheeks to make their skin look like it's aged. Now, I tried this and went over with a couple of layers, but I don't think it seemed to work for me. It was my first time trying this technique, but is there a secret to this? Because mine didn't turn out as textured as other creators I've seen. Let me know if you know. But it is an interesting technique. As you can see, it gave my skin some texture and fine lines, but it wasn't as prominent, so I ended up adding some more setting powder over the top of that to try and dry out my skin more and see if that helped. It did a little bit, but eventually I just did the old-fashioned technique and used eyeshadow to create shadows and lines on the face to replicate old age. I'm using a small brush and a fine line brush to create the lines and shading, and then I tried to add more liquid latex above my lips to try and wrinkle that out more. And I'm glad I did, because on the reveal the latex actually splits right where my cupid's bow is, and it gives that effect of wrinkly skin. You'll see what I mean at the end of this tutorial. I'm adding some highlights with some white eyeshadow and then shading around the nose to match Aunt Gladys's. Make sure you have a reference photo of her in front of you, this helps a lot. Because I have a much rounder face than Aunt Gladys's, I'm contouring around my jawline and the sides of my face and blending the contour out, but not fully, because we want it to be a little bit harsh to create that illusion of a longer face. For her eyeshadow, I'm using the Makeup Revolution Forever Flawless Digi Butterfly Eyeshadow Palette and using the Aqua Blue color mixed with the Sky Blue shadow. I'll have everything listed in the description so you can check it out later. And then I'm applying that kind of messily over my eyelids and then blending it up a tad toward my brows. Time for eyeliner. I'm using the Makeup Revolution Black Pencil Eyeliner, and this does not have to be neat and perfect. It can look out of place, and that's what I've intentionally done here. So just apply it below your waterline and not in your waterline. And also add the liner to the top as well. Then I'm curling my lashes, not that it helps one bit, but only slightly maybe. My lashes grow straight, so they don't really curl as well. But I find the Maybelline Colossal Bubble Mascara to be my lifesaver. I do notice a difference when I use this mascara. Here I've drawn on her brows, but I made one way too high than the other, so I just removed that with covering it with concealer and then drawing it back on again. And I didn't want to make the brows look perfect. I wanted it to look a little off, since, you know, Gladys is very off, so it's on brand. But do what you want here. I just chose to do that to make it look more uncanny looking. Same with adding the blush. This isn't supposed to be a pretty look, so make it look patchy and messy if you want. For the lipstick, I wanted to keep the structure of the lips looking small, if that makes sense. So I'm not adding too much to my top lip, only closer to the inside of my lip. I'm great at explaining things, guys, but you get the gist of it. And then just add tiny patches of lipstick messily in some areas and then just smudge it out with your finger. And guess what? That is the makeup side of things done. That was the hard part, and now the fun part is adding the accessories, the rest of her outfit, and of course her now iconic wig. Now, I couldn't find her actual wig online, so I found one closest to her hair color and the style of her hair, and I just ended up cutting off bits of the fringe and then the length of it. Make sure you also cut the back of the wig as well to keep everything even, especially if you're going out to a dress-up party or something. I felt like the front sides of the wig were getting in the way of the makeup too much, so I used some bobby pins to hold it back a little bit. This is totally optional, but I think it made a difference. Add a jacket or blazer, a brooch, and some quirky glasses, and now you are Aunt Gladys from Weapons. Now go out and scare everyone with this costume. What were your thoughts on the movie? When I first went to see it, I was so shook and had no idea what the movie was about since the trailer gave nothing away. But wow, it instantly became one of the best movies of 2025 for me. But what are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments below. Please give this video a like and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more long form tutorials like this. I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.